No. 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 Damn it. No. No, I give up. This game's impossible. Worst game. Terrible game. Should be banned. Ass. What's that? The actual CD case. What? Alright, I guess we'll give that a go. Fine. Alright, well anyway. Hello everyone, it's time for Metal Gear Solid once again. Time to get these gears all metal and solid, yeah? Oh, that's a nice camera angle, I like that. Last time, we succeeded in finding the second of the people we're supposed to save, and once again, a heart attack aced the Arms Tech president. That's bad. We have a new goal. The terrorists apparently have both of the codes to activate Metal Gear, Rex. And that's bad. We can, however, disarm Metal Gear if we can get the PAL key to insert the disarming code into Metal Gear, Rex. Unfortunately, that is currently in the possession of Meryl, the Colonel's niece, who we need to contact. Also, we fought Yosemite Sam, who got his arm chopped off by a Ghost in the Shell character, robot ninja dude. Because, you know, political thriller. That's the kind of stuff that happens in them. Anyway, so I gave you guys a week's time. Those of you who aren't familiar with Metal Gear Solid, I gave you guys a week's time to scratch your heads over how do we contact Meryl. The only clue is that we're supposed to look at the back of the CD case, but this MO disc is a floppy disk in that picture. There's no way to interact with it. There's no way to interact with this laptop. What the hell are we supposed to do? Well, this is one of those classic moments of Metal Gear meta-iness. When he says the back of the CD case, what he is referring to is the actual video game case of Metal Gear Solid. If you go look, I guess you can't go look, but if you had in your possession Metal Gear Solid, the like PS1 CD case, on the back, you know, there's the blurb of like, this is the game, you know, description of everything, and there's screenshots of the game. You know, as games, you know, physical games will have screenshots, you know, in the background, you know, to sell you on the game. And one of those screenshots is a conversation between Snake and Meryl, where you're supposed to basically look at what the codec number is on the on said screenshot. So that's like a it's a kind of a fun like little meta thing. It's annoying because me and my friend were not smart enough to think that outside the box when this game came out back in like the day. Well, we played it in like 2000, so a couple years later, but still the point remains. We super didn't figure that out until like later. My friend was just like, hey, you know, there's a picture of them talking on the back of the case. You know, that seems to... I took the code from there and it worked. I was like, wow. Okay. And has been tradition, basically whenever this game has been released, that's what they've always stuck to. Like, I think the GameCube version, Twin Snakes, has a screenshot on the back of the GameCube case, and the PC box originally had it as well. And I have just gone on to GOG.com to check that indeed, you know, the game page for GOG's version of Metal Gear Solid has a bunch of screenshots of the game. Sure enough, the fourth picture is that classic picture of Meryl and Snake conversing with each other, from which we can gather that the code to call Meryl is 140.15. Very sly.
Who are you?
Hey!
I was really impressed with the way you busted yourself out of there.
The one from the prison?
You're the Colonel's niece, Meryl, right?
No, it's not him. Then just exactly who are you?
I'm the fool that your uncle sent all alone into the middle of this whole mess.
It's not important.
You think you're some kind of one-man army?
I don't need lectures. You're just like your uncle, you know.
How do you know my uncle?
We go way back.
What's your name?
My name's not important.
That's a weird name, not important.
Could you be Snake? Are you Solid Snake?
That's what some people call me.
The legendary Solid Snake? You?
Well, I don't like to brag, but...
Sorry about before. I wasn't sure if you were one of the good guys.
But I knew you were.
How?
It's your eyes.
My eyes?
They're not soldiers' eyes.
And they're rookies' eyes, right?
No, they're beautiful, compassionate eyes.
Oh my god,
Oh,
Snake.
just what I'd expect from the legendary Solid Snake.
Keep it together,
Trying to sweep me
man.
off my feet?
Don't worry, you'll land back on them once you meet me.
What the hell does that
Reality's no match
mean?
for the legend, I'm afraid.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I don't believe
And
that.
that makes sense, I guess.
Why did you look so surprised when you saw my face?
Because you look just like him.
You mean the terrorist leader, Liquid Snake?
Yeah, you know him? You're not brothers, are you?
I have no family.
Ugh.
What's the deal?
Edge.
Who knows? Why don't you ask him? But first I want some information. You were involved in this exercise from the beginning. What exactly happened here?
I'm sorry. I was captured along with President Baker right after the terrorist attack.
That's okay. But what is this place? I don't think it's just a nuclear weapons disposal facility.
Boy, oh boy, it's just like them. Nobody told you anything, did they? Okay, you see, this place isn't really for disposing nuclear weapons.
We kind of knew
This
that.
base is owned and operated by a dummy corporation.
Oh, well, I guess we didn't know that
This
the...
is a civilian base?
I guess we didn't know that the whole place is a front. Yeah.
Colonel.
Foxhound and the Next Generation Special Forces were called here for the test launching of a dummy nuclear warhead.
Why Foxhound?
Because they're a special ops group used to handling top secret missions. They figured they could help keep it all hush-hush.
But we must have fired nuclear warheads before. Why just this time?
I heard it was because this was to be a final test before the formal adoption of the Metal Gear program. Well, that's what I heard anyway.
Hmm.
Sounds kind of fishy. So what do you think the terrorists want?
Sorry, I'm not sure. I was captured with President Baker right after the revolt started.
Oh yeah, that's when he gave you the detonation code override keys, right?
Yeah.
That's right.
Finally to the point.
You were able to keep them hidden from the guards.
Well, women have more hiding places than men. Anyway, you met Baker, huh?
I still don't know what that means.
He's dead.
Like,
What?
Heart attack. Same as the DARPA chief.
The chief died from a heart attack too?
Yeah. Was either of them sick or anything?
No, not that I heard of.
Well, I don't believe in coincidences. Something funny's going on.
Sounds like it, but I have no idea what.
Me neither. Yet. Do you know the person who designed Metal Gear?
You mean Dr. Emmerich?
oh, right.
Yes.
We heard about him as
Still
well.
alive.
Probably. He should be in the research lab in the second floor basement of the nuclear warhead storage building to the north.
Second floor basement.
Yeah, that's where his lab is.
Yeah. We also
I
have
think
to...
they're forcing him to work
We have
on
to
the
find
nuclear
him as
launching
well to
program.
find a way to stop Metal
So they'll
Gear.
keep him alive until that's done anyway.
Then we better do something before he finishes.
You're right. In case we can't override the detonation code in time, I need to ask him how to destroy Metal Gear.
You plan to take that thing on by yourself, Snake?
It won't be the first time.
But I'm totally not a
The best way
legend,
to get to the
though.
building where
You
the
know.
hunter's being held.
There's a cargo door on the first floor of this building that leads to the north.
What's the security level of the door there?
5. But it's okay. I've got a level 5 code.
Nice.
Well, I've got to go save the doctor. You should go.
I'm going with you.
No way.
Oh,
You're
dear.
still too green. I want you to hide somewhere.
I'm not green.
Oh, yes, you are. You pause for just 1 second in front of your enemy and it's all over. Good luck doesn't last forever.
I don't know what happened. I just couldn't pull the trigger right away. I never had any problems in training, but when I thought about my bullets tearing through those soldiers' bodies, I hesitated.
Shooting at targets and shooting at living, breathing people are different.
Ever since I was a little girl, I always dreamed about being a soldier. Every day of my life, I've trained my mind and body for the one day when I could finally see some real action. And now,
So what now? You want to quit?
I can't quit. I can't allow myself to
Snake
quit
is sending
now.
some mixed signals
Listen,
here.
Meryl, Everybody feels sick the first time they kill someone. Unfortunately, killing is one of those things that gets easier.
He just said for her to back off a minute ago.
All of mankind's worst emotions, worst traits come out. It's easy to forget what a sin is in the middle of a battlefield.
But this isn't a war. It's a terrorist action.
You're just a little jumpy from the combat high. The adrenaline in your bloodstream is starting to thin out. Just take it easy.
But I learned all about combat high at the academy.
We'll talk about it later. For now, just think about keeping yourself alive.
If I get out of here alive, I'll think about that other stuff.
Okay. Let me try to say this another way. Stay the hell out of my way.
You're a real bastard. Just like my uncle said.
Huh. I told you. The real me is no match for the legend.
It looks like you were right. Okay, Snake. I'll be a good girl.
We'll link up after I grab the doctor. Then we'll take care of the detonation code override.
Gotcha. But listen, I know this area better than you. Call me if you have any questions.
Be careful, okay?
After I open up the cargo door, I'll contact you.
Alright, good. Right, I forgot about the, even though that's a real big deal. Yeah, we know about Dr. Emmerich now, and we have to find him as well, because we might need his expertise to stop Metal Gear. Yeah, but also the whole override code thing from Meryl, of which she only has one, even though there was supposed to be 3. Wasn't that the deal? Very mysterious. So I guess we have a hot second here while we wait for Meryl to open up the cargo door on the floor above. So this, again, going back to the key, not the key, the code on the back of the CD case, that's not that, crazy of a thing in the end, because that's kind of like early copy protection. A lot of video games, especially like, a lot of PC games anyway, would have some kind of copy protection where they'd like ask you a question and you'd have to look up a thing in the manual to proceed with the game. Like the first Elder Scrolls does that. It like asks you to input like a certain like sequence of symbols that you have to look up from the manual. Like an early form of like what CD keys would eventually be in video games, you know. I guess. Oh, hello.
Snake, I unlocked the cargo door
Oh,
for
great
you.
timing.
Thanks. Where are you?
Where I can see ya.
Don't move around too much.
Don't worry, I'm disguised in this enemy uniform.
Flawless.
Won't be for long with the way you walk.
What does that mean?
Nothing.
Listen, Snake, the cargo door is like an airlock. It's equipped with infrared sensors. Be careful.
Ah.
If an intruder is sensed, gas is released.
All right.
Okay, so we'll meet at the nuclear warhead storage building.
Wait, you said you'd stay put and be a good girl.
I changed my mind.
Don't get careless. That's when things always turn sour.
Sorry, but this is the only way I can figure out whether or not I'm cut out to be a soldier. I gotta get my hands dirty.
These guys are professionals. You're gonna get yourself killed.
See you there.
Oh shit! Now we really got a boogie to get the catch up with her before something bad happens. Okay, so now the door's open. We're not gonna go there quite yet. If you guys remember, there's a level 2 door in the top right of this chamber. We now have the card to get there, so we're gonna go take care of that first. Are the guards gone? Am I imagining things? I don't know. Anyway, yeah, so I guess Metal Gear Solid originally didn't really need copy protection, owing to the fact there's a guard. Owing to the fact that as a PlayStation game, you didn't have to worry about things like that. There we go. I gotta hurry over here. No! That was bad for a second. Got stuck on the terrain. So I guess in that sense, why it wasn't the original Metal Gear, it is one of these Kojima-y, like, kind of funny meta things. An early example of that. Like, it gets way crazier as this series goes on. That guy's on this floor. Was there a guy on this floor previously? I don't remember. If we wanted to, we could pop this guy with our FAMAS, not the FAMAS, the what is it? The SOCOM, now that we have the silencer on it. But we'll just watch this guy's patterns for now. Level 4? My god. Wasn't there a level 2 door up here? Is it here? Yes, it is, the mine detector. This was the place we were looking for. And an extra ration. Did we have... No, we did not have new space for that. We only got more ammo space when we beat that guy. If we were playing a later Metal Gear, for example, the updated version Twin Snakes, we could totally just jump over the railing at this point to get faster past these guys, but this one's not that advanced, so we're gonna have to actually play it a little cooler here. Ooh! I did not... Alright, my first getting busted. Cool. Okay, let's see if this works.
What's that?
He got me. It did not work. Oh, okay, that did not quite work now, did it? But he caught me, so let's see. So no big boss rank for me this playthrough, unfortunately. This guy flipped around. That's entirely on me. I should have like waited back here to watch him for longer, but I thought that he'd continue walking northwards without flipping to look this way. So yeah, mea culpa for sure. Also, interesting that in this version, still there was no like evasion time, or what is it like? We had alert, and I think it was called evasion. Was that like brief moment while we waited for the second timer to go down? But we didn't have like there's a heightened enemy like aggression time in later Metal Gears after you've like done the more serious avoidance. That means the enemies are more alert, and there's like a couple of extra enemies if I remember. But you have the map available at that point, so it's not like impossible. By the way, is something missing from this room? I can't quite put my finger on it, but I think something was here previously that isn't here anymore. Something like has moved out of the way. I don't know. Let's see if we can get any cool calls about this mine detector real quick. Let's try Campbell and Nastasha. Oops.
Meryl contacted you, didn't she? Go through the cargo door in the north part of the hangar. Head for the warhead storage building.
There you go. Another simple, easy to follow instruction from the Colonel on where to go. Nastasha, any advice from you?
That is a mine detector. It works by searching for metal objects. It will even find claymores that are hidden with optic stealth technology.
With what now?
It is set so that the position of the landmines will show up on your radar. All you have to do is equip the mine detector and keep an eye on your radar. Use it carefully.
Well, that's ominous. Also, freaking stealth claymores. Those are fancy-ass claymores. Yes, it is in fact a thing in this game. The claymore mines are invisible because stealth technology, I guess. Okay, here we go. Let's keep this train rolling. I really was kind of hoping I could have done this whole game without getting busted in these scenes, but you gotta live with it. Gonna wait for this guy to walk on a little bit. Don't need him to spot us. I guess while we're heading over there to the north cargo door, let's do some voice actor trivia. I haven't done that yet, and David Hayter needs a little bit of triviaing, right? He's so classic as the voice of Solid Snake. So classic, in fact, that I don't know how many people know about his other work. He has... Well, Solid Snake has taken up a lot of his career once he was picked to be the voice of Snake. Obviously, like most of his credits, like 50% are various Snake roles, sure. Here's the cargo door now open. We can get in here. Hello?
Be careful, Snake. That airlock is set with infrared
Oh yeah, you did
sensors.
mention this.
You probably can't see them with your naked eyes, but there are infrared beams coming out of that wall. Touch any one of them, and the doors will seal off, and the place will be flooded with poison gas. Somehow, you've got to get through without setting off those sensors.
Okay, this one actually got me and my friend busted a lot of times, because the pattern here is a little tricky. I'm gonna do a little bit of practice really quickly. Let's see, so when Snake is lying on the ground, he gets up around the rear of his feet, kind of around the ankles. That's gonna be important for this next part, as stupid as it sounds. There's gonna be very careful spacing involved in a second. I'll just finish my Hader thing real quickly here. But yeah, Hader is both a voice actor. He's done some live-action roles very early in his career. I think his most notable is he was the Guyver in the second Guyver film, which I think is hilarious. The kind of Sentai-ish, Kamen Rider-ish, but I think it's American-made, the live-action movie. He's the hero there. He started doing voice acting, like anime dubbing, and then other voice work around that same time. He's Captain America in the 90s Spider-Man cartoon, the radioactive spider blood role, which kind of surprised me, like, okay. So yeah, these lasers, we had some of these downstairs in the basement, so you remember, but these ones move up and down, so yeah. Same rules apply, of course. We can use our thermal goggles, or if we want to be a cool dude, use our cigarette smokes. I'm not gonna do that this time. But yeah, because these things move up and down, this is going to be a mite tricky. And yes, indeed, if we get busted, we are gonna get smoked with poison gas rather than get hassled by guards, so we don't want to get busted. Okay. Oh no! Ooh, my leg was on the other beam. This is where it gets tough, is like, cause when these lasers overlap here, it's like, wait, which one is the one we're looking at? The one we need to worry about is the one which taps against the next line, if that makes sense. So I can see it, and it's actually pretty fast, this next one. I'm a little scared. So let me just take another break with more voice acting trivia. I gotta drop the Gundam reference, obviously. He's the voice, David Hayter is the voice of Bernie Wiseman in War in the Pocket, one of the three main protagonists. I've gone on the record as saying that that's my favorite Gundam series, so that's awesome to me that he's in that. And I think he did that dub a year after Metal Gear Solid, so it's like, that's actually kind of like very interesting that he like kept doing other roles for a while, but then his like voice acting credits filled up with Snake roles after that, basically, like for a very, very long time. He just did Snake. But his other thing, he's a movie scriptwriter, if you guys didn't know. His most notable roles, writing roles, both of the first X-Men movies. Those are no small credits. I know that wasn't the superhero boom yet, but those are considered, like, sterling examples of superhero movies from back in the day. Alright, we made it across with our careful consideration. Careful consideration of timing and, like, maneuvering. I didn't even need to do the crouching up. I thought I had to do that to, like, gain space, but actually I just turned horizontal to be between the beams, and it worked out mostly fine. Almost got my leg tripped up with some of them. He wrote the script for the Watchmen movie, so that's a bit of a more thing, of course. Opinions are mixed on that movie. I'm pretty ambivalent, actually, myself. He has one movie that he's actually directed called Wolves, some kind of werewolf horror movie from 2013. Did not review very well. I'm still kind of curious to maybe see it, just because David Hayter, but like probably it's a pretty bad schlocky movie from all signs point to that. Thankfully, this door is level 2, even though the bottom one is level 5. Curious, isn't it? But we're not gonna complain, as we can now exit the building. Yada. Ooh, we are outside again. Chilly. Look at this. This looks so freaking cool, this level here. I love the level design. I love the kind of bluish tint to everything as well. It gives it that really, like... I mentioned Ghost in the Shell. Like, it gives, like, maybe not Ghost in the Shell, but this kind of look and color and everything, like, really is like 90s sci-fi cyberpunk anime, is what it reminds me of. Okay, just to wrap up David Hayter, he has still done voice acting even apart from Metal Gear roles, actually. I was like, oh, okay, I didn't know that. Like, he has a few roles here and there, and recently, I guess, now that, you know, Metal Gear is done, he's had to branch out a little bit. He's the voice of Zangetsu in Bloodstained, and that immediately increased my interest to play said game. I haven't played Bloodstained yet, and I've wanted to, but I haven't really gotten around yet. But now that I know that, because I know that Zangetsu's like a major character in that game, and I know that he's voiced by Solid Snake, that's sick. And even more recently, in the new Yakuza game, Yakuza 7, he has a role in that. He voices someone called the Bartender in the English dub. Now, I only looked this up from Wikipedia, and I do not want to look up spoilers for the game, so I have no clue if the Bartender is just literally a little NPC side dude somewhere, or if it's a major part of the plot, this Bartender. But just so you guys know, freaking Solid Snake is in Yakuza 7. If you guys were curious about the English dub of that and wanted to check it out, there you go. There's some reason to. If I played Yakuza 7, I'm not gonna lie, I probably would want to try out the English dub out of sheer curiosity. I certainly understand people who want to listen to the Japanese dub of that, but I can't say no to the idea.
Be careful. There are claymore mines around there. Use a mine detector.
Who are you?
Just call me Deep Throat.
Deep Throat? The informant from the Watergate scandal?
Never mind about that.
You're not using burst transmission. Are you nearby?
Listen, there's a tank in front of your position waiting to ambush you.
Oh!
Who are you anyway?
One of your fans.
Damn, cool. That's a weird play. This is a weird place to get a fan, and also such a politically charged fan. The freaking guy who busted Nixon. All right then. But yes, there's a tank was missing from the. A tank was missing from the area, and oh my god, I just walked right in the cone of these claymore mines. Thank you, Deep Throat. You saved my bacon. Okay, so claymore mines. You can, in fact, pick them up by crawling into them. Now, I can't remember. Did they blow up if you crawled into the cone? No, the cone is set up, somewhat foolishly, above the height of a crawling person. So if you just do this, you can totally go over and grab them. Also, nice little touch here with these tank tracks here. Even if you didn't answer Deep Throat's call, there's just a little visual clue there that a Panzer has been through here, or something with treads anyway. Could be a Caterpillar tractor. Hey, another ration. Groovy. I don't need to crawl the whole way. I'm an idiot. I'm just gonna collect all these claymores. There might be some use for them at some point. So yeah, this area is of course rough if you didn't get the mine detector from that room upstairs. Obviously, but now we did, and now we can carry on into what's obviously not gonna be a rough encounter. No sirree. A freaking tank. Oh boy. Boy oh boy. There it is. M1A1 Abrams. Main battle tank.
This is Raven's territory. Snakes don't belong in Alaska. I will not let you pass.
That is
Send him a message.
this is a beefy man. Woof! Nice reflexes, Snake.
That's right. You belong on the ground.
Oh no, one of the Foxhound guys.
Crawl on the ground like the snake you are. Come, let's fight.
Okay.